Hey, good morning, welcome back to Smithy's over 100 golf courses in a year. Today it's Monday the 10th of October, my friend Stevie Latimer's birthday. Still in Lincolnshire, doing a wee trip round. Stayed in Grimsby last night, Premier Inn. Working last night unfortunately. This morning we've come over to course number 182 this year. This is Laceby Manor, just a couple of miles outside Grimsby. Oh, it's a bit cold this morning, so we've got the hat on rather than the baseball cap. Got the old bonnet on, got the shorts on as well, obviously, still always the shorts. Well, no, we won't go there. Anyway, this is, as I said, course number 182. Let's go and see what it's got. Ladies and gentlemen, it's course number 182 of 2022. It's Laceby Manor Golf Club. On the tee, the man completing every 18-hole course within a 30-mile radius of Grimsby, and doesn't even get a medal for that. From Kirkintilloch in Scotland, Smithy! Alright, this is the opener at Laceby Manor, 305 yards. It's down, it's going to be quite a sharp dog leg to the right, down near the bottom. Pond to the left, hopefully it doesn't come into play, unless it's a shocker off the first tee, otherwise. Nice sunny morning, but it's cold. I'm just at the left hand side of the first fairway, about 50 yards down. I'll just show you, this is the alternative tee they have. Sometimes use that, go over the pond. Then down to the hole. Well, it's not half a sharp dog leg in the first. This is the view I've got of the green, through the trees. I would have to have driven it away down there, about nearly another 100 yards to actually get a view of the green without being blocked by the trees. Oh, strange hole. Well, that was a strange first hole. If you actually play it from the normal tee where you play across the water, it's much less of a dog leg and a much fairer hole. But the alternative tee makes it a huge big dog leg. You really got to be able to drive it 250 yards, otherwise you're blocked out. Anyway, we're on to the second, 487 yards, par 5, straight down. This is the look up at the second green at Laceby. Par 5, I get bunkers sitting in front. Well, there's quite a few of them actually. There's a couple about 30 yards in front and a couple more. I'm looking down the third at Laceby Manor. It's 366 yards, par 4, straight down. A couple of bunkers nearer the green. There's also a ditch. Probably right in my distance there. It's just going to gobble up my ball, no doubt. That's the fourth hole at Laceby, 296 yards, straight down. Pond in the right, and then up near the green there's a pond in the left. According to the board map, wee ditch running across, but it's quite a tight hole with the trees. This is looking at the third green. There's not a pond just on the left, it goes right across the front of the green and to the right as well. So you got to be big in this one. However, I've gone out to the right somewhere just to find my ball still. This is the fifth hole, the first of the par 3s at Laceby Manor, 157 yards. I can't actually see it in the early morning sunlight. It's straight, but I can't pick out the green at all. Early morning tea this morning, out in the course at 8:10, getting out of my bed. That was the tee off times available, otherwise I'd been waiting for another 3 hours to get a game. This is the sixth hole, 362 yards, par 4. Again, tree lined. It's going to dog leg to the right, further down, slightly. This is looking down towards the sixth green, clubhouse behind. This is the seventh hole, par 5, 462 yards. It's dog legging to the left according to the board on the card. There's no sign of any water on the board of the card, but that looks like reeds up on the left hand side of the fairway there. Oh, we'll find out. This is looking down the 7th after the tee shot down the fairway, and it is a body of water. So you get 2 reed ponds, a ditch. That's not mentioned on the card or the board, as I said before. The ghost pond. This is the 8th hole at Laceby Manor. It's a long par 3, 201 yards. Again, trying to pick out the green in the early morning sunshine, bit difficult. I'm just completing the first half now on the 9th hole at Laceby Manor, 404 yards, par 4. Kind of in and out again, so slightly to the right and then back to the left. I'm just taking a look down at the 9th green. It's a long old hole into the wind today, it's a tough one. Well, that's the end of the front nine in the big match, Smithy versus the golf course. I've been a wee bit wayward and the golf course is leading by 2.5 shots at the turn. So anyway, we're on to 10th, right into the low sunlight. 444 yards, it's a par 5 and it's doglegging round to the right at some point up there. Can't see for the sunlight, you just hit it and hope. And this is looking up to the 10th green, par 5 after the dogleg. I've got a big pond sitting in front with all the reeds there. Nice green, bunker on the left. 11th hole at Laceby Manor, 363 yards, par 4, straight down. Trees aren't as narrow in this part of the course. That's the 12th hole, 507 yards, par 5. Relatively straight, there's quite a few bunkers sitting in the middle of the fairway there. Trees either side. I'm having a look down at the 12th green. Played a couple of shots, this par 5. I think there's water sitting in front of the green. I'm going to have to have a look at the card, looks a bit dangerous. That's a closer look at the 12th green. Yeah, I had to lay up, there's one of these ditches with a stream in it. Typical Lincolnshire Fens, Wolds. 13th hole at Laceby Manor, and it's another one of these long par 3s, 196 yards. So fair distance, and they've got the cheek to put a couple of bunkers sitting in front of it as well. No doubt catch me out. This is the 14th hole, 368 yards, par 4. Straight down, tight with the trees. Pond sitting about 50 yards in front for anything topped off the tee. Let's not go there. 15th hole at Laceby, it's another one of these long par 5s, 523 yards. Straight down, right into the low sun. 16th hole, 122 yards, a few bunkers sitting in the front of the green there. I get the wind against, so not as short as it looks. 17th hole at Laceby Manor, 381 yards, par 4. It's going to dogleg to the right. Usual rushes and a pond sitting there about 80-90 yards down the fairway. I'll look down at the 17th green after a slight dogleg, surrounded by trees. Right, here we come to the finale at Laceby Manor, the 18th hole. It's a par 3, 141 yards. And those reeds are there, so there's plenty of water. This is going to be one for the stunt golf to take on. And you're all asking what's the score in a big match, Smithy against the golf course. Well, it's all wrapped up for the golf course already. I've just not been at races today. So the golf course is 6 shots up, going to the last. Here we are at the last. There's the Smithy ball on the dance floor. So about 20 foot away for the birdie. Let's see if we can finish with a flourish. Right, let's have a look where that 20 foot putt ended up. If you walk right up. Oh, there it is, birdie time. Right, that's me just finished on the 18 at Laceby Manor. Nice course in very good condition. It's quite a modern one, so obviously my preference is like Seathland. This is a lot of, particularly in the front nine, very tree lined, kind of up and down in places in the front nine. Opens out a wee bit in the back nine, much more varied in the back nine. The greens, they've been cored and spiked recently, so but otherwise they look quite good. But it's okay to putt on, but they look as if, you know, in normal times they'd be really good. Fairways are nice. My favourite holes of the course would be the par 5s, 10, 12 and 15. They're the standout holes for me. A lot of ponds, little rushes, reeds about, so you've got to be careful, quite tricky. Quite enjoyable, as I said, it's not my favourite type of course, but nevertheless, what we're going to give it will be a 7 out of 10 for me. So we're going to head off and try and see if this 9-hole course exists in Grimsby that I've seen online. We'll have a look. Right, cheerio. Oh, I just forgot to say the result of the big match, Smithy versus the golf course, even with a birdie on the last. That's 2 shots back to me, so lost by 4. Not too bad in the end.